So I'm only long one here going into the report in 3 minutes. What I wanted to do with this chart here is I wanted to see where the levels were because I trade around these levels with my ATM specifically for the inventory reports. So initially there's a lot of room to run to get up to the top here. We're at 32s, that's 69. So I'm going to put a sell order at the top here. I'm currently long and would exit there if we rally up that far. If we break below this level here, I want to be short. So I'm putting a sell stop below the DSR new lows on the day. And if we roll over and take out this swing here, I also want to be short. At least from our end, we've always talked about, watching out for that report because there can be some emotion associated with it. If you get stopped out, how would you respond? It's really more about controlling your emotions. So if you just can trade it and be okay with your trades, then there's nothing wrong with it. All the strategy work I've ever done is never taken into account when a econ report has occurred. All right, so that's nice. So I'm flat here at the report. I'll also use this there, so I'll go to 51s. And that last spike there, I'll use as my trigger to get short. So there's my array, and we're into the inventory report now. Let's see what happens. Now all these are my fast strategies here. So where price is right now, I'll get long if it trades over this level here. I'll get short if it trades below this level. And any price movement is going to see my stops move pretty quickly. So I'm in the money here on this move down. And there's target one. There we go. Target one hit, and the whole deal's off with my auto trails. So now I'm flat right now. If it breaks to new lows here, I will get short. If it rallies up here, I'm going into overhead resistance right now. The 5250 level here gets taken over by a tick. I'll use that to get long. But knowing where the key DSR levels are allow me to do that. Not every time will necessarily work out, and sometimes it'll be more bombastic than what we just saw there. I've had Wednesday mornings where I've had 4 different trades triggered in 3 minutes. All went well in favor, like $600-700 total on each trade. And it's really about knowing where the DSR levels are. So I know I've got a key resistance level up here. I know I've got a key support that turned into resistance over here. So there's a good channel of trade action through the zone here. And even though I've got these two orders but could look close to each other, with the potential for price to move up, then I've got my ATM to come into play, which has a fast acting stop. Now I've got a 3-bar cluster at a DSR level, a new DSR level here. We'll see if I get anything out of this guy here. I am at 1 tick underwater on this one right now. So I'm out on that guy. Since I got this DSR here, I'll be more aggressive on the break above. So technically that was a loser there, but it was 1 tick loss, so 20 bucks. So we were trading here, and then the supplies were up. So the conventional wisdom is if supplies are up, price should go down. There's the emotional response. Then price trades higher than it was before the report. This is the action here that's killing the fundamental traders, because going from 52 to 52.46 or so, that's a big swing, and that's going to crush most traders that are short down here. They just can't handle it. Part of this is short covering. Part of it's people going long. You don't know. But there's a mix. Ultimately, the traders that are going off of fundamentals and fear, they're not trading off of a chart. You can't identify where your entry is, where your stop is, what your target is. You can't identify a trend or a re-entry, etc. I still need to be short if we break below here. I stole one of those guys. And I'm specifically using my fast strategy because when, especially around this point here, if things are triggered, I want the stops to move right away. So this one would have gone a little bit more in favor if I wasn't using the fast strategy on this particular trade. However, if I'm going slower with my ATM, that's going to kill me on some of the other moves, and I wouldn't have gotten all the gain on this guy right here. I got out literally at the bottom of this move on the short. So now it's trading within a channel here between the round number of 52 and basically 52.50s, 50-cent range for all practical purposes. A new DSR prints within that zone, and if they give that up and break lower below the round number of 52, I'll get short. I know where the levels are in advance, so I want to see price do something at those levels. That's all there is to that. Okay, we just broke to new highs here. All these traders that were short on the econ report, they are covering big time. So I've got my scalper off. I'm in one on trails, and now I'm short. I'm going to be flat on this whole deal here. I got the scalper and the trader off up here. Now we're putting in a bit of a double top. I will look to do a couple things here. Here's what's happened in 10 minutes. So we had all this price action. You know what? Let me do this. This is going to make it more dramatic. That's what trading is missing, is more drama. Just to show you the total end-to-end moves here, I'm just using the ruler tool. So from these swing highs to swing lows, just to highlight these moves, and obviously the chart type and period value are going to impact how they all look. And then for this last one, I'm going to take the price level that's just a tick over this DSR up to the swing high right there. So the way I see this, there's a total opportunity of impulses of 47, 35s, 41s, 36s, 29s. If you just looked at trading one contract and happened to catch the whole deal. And the way I traded it, I got 30 ticks here. I lost 2 here, and then I got 42 here on that move up. And then when I went flat here, I lost about another 4. So I picked up about half of the complete impulse potential there. So yeah, the DSR is kind of important to know where they are, and that's how I use them for the inventory reports. A non-emotional way to make some money around the area where people are the most emotional.